What is negative SEO? And why does negative SEO make it even harder to rank on the first page of search engines, especially for keywords that are competitive? For those of you that are out there that don't know what negative SEO is, I have bad news because as hard as you think that it is to get on the first page of Google, which it is hard to get on the first page of Google, but for those of you that are out there that know how hard it is and how difficult it is, well, it's about to get even harder because there is such a thing called negative search engine optimization. What the heck is that? What is negative SEO? So basically, 2018. Well, I mean, negative SEO has been around for quite a few years now in different forms. But it's been growing and growing and growing, and there's more and more people that are now doing it. Unfortunately, it's 2018. It's really hard to get on the first page of Google. So if you're so for a lot of people that are out there that do SEO, what the heck do you do? Somebody says like, hey, I want to be on the first page of Google for a particular keyword. Like I want to be on the first page of Google for I don't know, remodeling contractor Chicago, something that's super competitive. What the heck do you do? There's not as much space. Google Maps used to be a seven pack of seven businesses, and now it's only three. There's now review websites that are popping up all over the place. You have Angie's List, you have Yelp, you have Who's, Houzz, another review website that's out there, Yellow Pages. You have big national companies that are out there. So what the heck do you do? Unfortunately, for a lot of people in SEO, they do something called negative SEO. Negative SEO is basically attacking other websites and attacking your competitors' websites in order to get them off the first page, to clear out room and open up space for the possibility of other websites taking their spot on the first page of Google for a particular keyword. So basically it means it's sabotage. It means to harm your competitor and try and get them off the first page of Google. So believe it or not, you have a lot of people that are now doing this, because if there's a lack of space on the first page, the only thing you can do is open up space and steal somebody's space to get your client that's on there. Unfortunately, negative SEO, like I said, is on the rise. You have more and more people doing it. It's been around for years in different fashions and different forms. Google is constantly combating it. There are new tactics that I just read about that are pretty technical, but I'll be brief and kind of keep it simple as much as I can. There are things that are called canonical tags that basically you stick on the website and the metadata, and basically you use these tags, the canonical tag, to, for instance, if you have multiple websites that are out there or multiple pages with the same content, the canonical tag basically tells Google which of these websites has the main authority, like which one of the websites you want to rank above all the others. Like Google doesn't want to rank like duplicate content. Duplicate content is a whole separate other issue, but let's say you have a few different websites with the same content. Basically the canonical tag tells Google, hey, I want this website to have priority. I want this one to rank on the first page. The other websites are not as important. So here's the canonical tag, and it's showing association. So basically the newest form of negative SEO is basically to create different websites and then have canonical tags that point to a competitor. And when you do that, you do bad stuff on these websites that you're creating, like bad stuff that Google doesn't like, and then you're using a canonical tag to show association to your competitor's website. So basically, like what canonical tags are basically like to out of all these websites that are out there, this you want this one to have priority, and it's also showing association by doing that. So when you have two really bad websites that are doing bad stuff that Google doesn't like, that Google would flag, that Google would penalize, and then you're showing association to the competitor's website. There are people that are out there, professionals, people that I read about, writers, Bill Hartzer being the guy that I read about recently, and he was talking about for his client, he found that his client was attacked in this way, where a competitor showed association to his website, and because the people that were doing negative SEO, their websites were bad, and then showed association to his client's website. His client's website's rankings tanked, and he's showing a real decrease in traffic because of it. So I know I'm talking a little bit of jargon. I apologize, but that's just to kind of give you as basic as possible, as basic as I can make it sound. An example of negative SEO, and there's other tactics that are out there, like with link building. You can use bad links to link to a competitor's website, and do a lot of them to try and sync your competitor's website. Google really doesn't like link farms. Link farms are basically places that sell links. So if you buy a bunch of these bad links that Google doesn't like and point them to your competitor, the idea is that it would sync your competitor's website. Now, recently, in the past couple years, Google's gotten a lot better with the sabotage not being as effective for the bad links from the link farms. But the canonical tags are new, and Google is publicly saying, "Oh, it doesn't work." Which, if you follow Google long enough for as many years as I have, for over 16 years, basically when Google says in public, "Hey, this tactic doesn't work," but then there's people out there that show evidence that it does work, basically it's code for Google saying, "We're working on it. We don't have a fix for it yet. We will soon because we're smart. We're Google. But currently at the moment, there's not much we can really do about it." So that's basically what they're saying when they're saying, "Oh, it doesn't work." What's in Google's defense? What's Google supposed to do? They're not, Google's not going to say, "Oh, shoot, this tactic really works, and there's nothing we can do about it." They don't want to publicly advertise like, "Hey, you guys, hey, you marketers, like, it's fair game out there. Just use these canonical tags and sync your competitors' websites, and there's nothing we can do about it." I mean, they're not going to publicly say that. They gotta deter the activity as much as possible. So the best thing they can do is just say like, "Hey, it doesn't work." But it's something that they're working on. Black Hat SEO, Black Hat, White Hat. If you've ever heard of that, White Hat basically is. White Hat, Black Hat is from Spy versus Spy, that was on TV centuries ago, a long time ago. So that's kind of where that comes from. White Hat good, Black Hat bad, from the show. White Hat SEO basically means that you're doing SEO that Google approves of. Black Hat means you're doing stuff that Google does not approve of to try and get bad rankings. In Black Hat SEO, you're going to constantly have people that are out there that are trying new things, coming up with new ideas, new tactics, new techniques to try and get better SEO rankings, and then Google makes adjustments to stop it, so it's constantly a game of adjustments. I believe in doing White Hat SEO because I get too lazy to try and come up with new tactics and try and constantly beat Google. I get lazy. I'm just kidding. The real reason is that I if I'm going to charge somebody money for SEO, I want it to be sustainable. I want it to be stable. Last thing I want to do is charge somebody for a year's worth of SEO, and then all of a sudden it goes in the tank and it's worthless because it was using Black Hat techniques that Google has now found a way to stop. And then after somebody pays for like a whole year, month after month after month, and then it doesn't work anymore, that really sucks. The money goes down the drain. So that's the last thing that I want to charge somebody money for, because that client is probably not going to want to do business with Custom Wave anymore. So we stick with White Hat techniques where they're sustainable. Google approves of it. It's stable. It's not going anywhere. The work that we're doing is not going to go anywhere. So we sort of stick with that. But people that do Black Hat SEO, they are out there. They're doing lots of negative SEO, unfortunately. It makes doing search engine optimization for keywords that are competitive a lot harder. So just be aware that it's out there, and just know that if you want to be on the first page of Google for keywords that are really competitive, it's really no different than going to a casino and playing the slot machines, where there will be a few people out there that hit the jackpot, that look really good, but the vast majority of people are going to pay money and get absolutely nothing out of it. So just things to be aware of in the SEO world.